Shalom. Koholo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom to the elder bishops, the elders, the prophets, and the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom to Speckled Bird, the Confused Face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back again with another video, praying that you be edified with it. And this one was I'm going to entitle "We Must Exercise for Better Health." And I'm not saying it because I'm warning you. I'm saying it because I need to do it for myself. And, I'm just bringing it out. 1 second. I just was writing my title down. So, this is something that I don't do at all. And at one time in my life, not that long ago, I was doing it, enjoyed it, and appreciated it. I had a routine. But, things happen and situations happen where you get knocked off your routine and, you find out what you're made of when you don't get back to the regimen. I've always had, I want to say, a poor diet. And honestly, the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life is coming into the understanding of this knowledge, wisdom, and truth. There's nothing else better. So, not just coming into the understanding of it, but trying to apply it. And that's what this lesson is about, is applying what I've learned so far to become better. Fearing the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but at the same time learning how to please the Most High, being a servant to Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and also taking care of this body that I have, even if it's just for the time being. You know what I mean? Think of it as somebody lent you their car because they're out of town, and they'll be back, and your job is to keep it clean, whether you're driving it or you're not driving it. But you're driving it because he or she commanded you to drive it, just to keep it going so it don't sit. So this is how I'm looking at being in this truth, that exercise is very important, that you have to add to your repertoire of being in this truth, having the faith, being in this faith. So again, this is not a lesson just a lesson for you, but it's a lesson for me first. And I got inspiration from Elder Apostle Gabar Salakia. And I'm just let her play a couple of minutes, if that, of what he's saying, and then I'm going to go straight into some scriptures. So let's check them out.
All right, Shalom to the house of Israel, the elect. All praises and glory is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Shalom to you brothers and sisters of the household of faith. This will be a quick video. As you can see, I'm out here doing my walk. I think I completed probably about 4 miles today. Pretty damn close to it. The goal was to do 3 miles, but I felt so good, had so much energy. I said, you know what? Let me just do some more. I could have did 6 miles today, no problem. But 4 is good, Anyway, this will be a quick video, like I said. Pretty much I want to talk about getting in shape. okay? It's a message that I was meditating on while I was listening to Elder Pastor's video. He was talking about his exercising. As you can see, the spirit's on him heavy, and man, that man is getting in shape, all right? He's for his age, he's nice and cut, you know, which is a good thing. It was a joy to see that, you know. I just looked at him the way he was standing and said, yeah, that's all right. So I'm hoping to pass that inspiration on to you brothers, all right? Get in shape, man. There shouldn't be no reason for any Israelite in GMS to be morbidly obese. I know we're under the curses, but some of you guys, you rely on that like a psychological crutch, you know? Yeah, well, you know, we're under the curses and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we are under the curses, but we're also under a time where knowledge has been increased. And on the internet, there's plenty of videos, plenty of articles you can read to bolster your health, okay, to learn to eat the right diet. You got the carnivore diet, you got the keto diet, you got the pescatarian diet, you got the fruitarian diet. All right, you find a diet that agrees with your body, and you stick to that diet. You shouldn't be eating processed foods. You shouldn't be drinking no goddamn soda. Pastor already warned you. If he catch you drinking soda, he's gonna whoop your ass. He's gonna whoop your ass, right? That's what he said, right? You shouldn't be drinking any goddamn soda. You shouldn't be eating processed foods. You should know what processed foods are.
And I'm gonna stop right there. I didn't really, carry on too long. Appreciate and love Elder Apostle Gabal and all the Elder Apostles for the labor and for the work and for the wisdom that they have passed on and have taught young brothers like myself. So, with that, let's get some scriptures. Abarakazah, again, you may be edified with it, and hopefully, as I'm being inspired to do the work, as with exercising, maybe you will as well, So, first, let's get the name and understanding of exercise. It's askeo. Askeo. In the Greek, it's askeo.
Strong's G778. Askeo.
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 Askeo. And it is to form by art, to adorn, to exercise one's self, take pains, labor, to strive. That's one of the I got the definition. I wanted to get the definition because to exercise is to strive to be better at an art. This truth is not necessarily an art, but you strive to be better at it. You strive to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Rehearsing the righteous acts is what we're doing to the best of our ability. So, let's get some scriptures, man. Let's get these scriptures, and some pretty common scriptures. I didn't have been, wasn't trying to get too deep. Just stay in one deep. So, let's get some scriptures. Psalms 131:1, and it reads, a song of degrees of David. Yahweh, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty, neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself, as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Lest Israel hope in Yahweh for henceforth and forever. Now let's get that in NLT. Let's see here. And it reads, I'll start at the top. A song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem, a psalm of David. Yahweh, my heart is not proud, my eyes are not haughty. I don't concern myself with matters too great or too awesome for me to grasp. Instead, I have calmed and quieted myself like a weaned child who no longer cries for its mother's milk. Yes, like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, put your hope in Yahweh now and always. So when Elder Apostle Gabar was just doing the video that we was just watching, and I was saying to myself, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. It's another form of building your faith, praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to ask him to give you the spirit to be able to go, because that's what it is, brothers' spirits. You know, like Elder Apostle Gabar was saying, how, you know, brothers will make excuses about exercising, and I as well, because didn't want to do it. It was a situation of again, not being comfortable, but we are learning to become comfortable with not being comfortable, and exercising is one of those uncomfortable things that you have to learn to become comfortable with. And it's getting this knowledge and wisdom and understanding of how to take care of yourself. Matter of fact, Elder Apostle Tahar did a video this morning, I believe, talking about learning how to take care of yourself with different medicines from the earth. Or you're gonna have to learn how to study more to understand a little bit of everything. And that's also considered with this 100% truth. You have to learn how to do a little of everything. You should know a little bit of everything. And I'm not saying I do, because I don't. But that is the motto to follow. You want to learn as much as you can about any and everything that you can, especially if it comes to your health. Anything that comes from, like King David said, weaning yourself off of Esau's titty is going to be beneficial to you. And that's what you want. Jeremiah 9:24. And it reads in the NLT, but those who wish to boast should boast in this alone. That they truly know me and understand that I am Yahweh, who demonstrates unfailing love, and who brings justice and righteousness to the earth, and that I delight in these things. I, Yahweh, have spoken. So it's important to understand that we are here to please the Most High. We're here to do the work that the Most High have bestowed before us. And there's nothing else that's more important than doing this work. And I understand that, you know, we have other things that are happening in our life, but this is where balance comes in. And, you know, a false balance is abomination to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So you have to learn how to balance everything. Your spirit is going to always be at war with your flesh. I forgot the scripture, but your spirit is always at war with your flesh. It's always a contest, because your spirit wants to do the right things, and your flesh wants to be pleased and feel good. So it's always a battle. Let's get Matthew. It's Yahweh Shai, last verse right here, Matthew 10:42, and it reads, and whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So it's important to bring a disciple cold water. It's a service to bring a disciple of cold water. And These are the types of things that these small little things like this commandment here helps to build your faith. And building your faith helps to build your spirit to do exactly what you pray to Yahweh Bashan Yahweh Shai to do. He puts it on you for you to get it done. I can definitely vouch for that. Matthew 10:42 in the NLT. And if you give even a cup of cold water to one of the least of my fellow followers, you will surely be rewarded. So it's important that you understand that you always have to do work. And that means exercising as well. It means exercising your body. You always have to do work. Now, we understand it ain't 7 days a week because you also have the Sabbath. You know what I mean? So you ain't supposed to be doing work on the Sabbath. You know, even though we understand we're in Babylon and, we got to do what we got to do. But this is part of your faith that ultimately it puts you in a position that you must be praying to Yahweh Bashan Yahweh Shai, because you're going off on that just in general. I know I have, after understanding and learning it. So, and it's not that you mean to, but with this flesh versus your spirit, it's a constant battle. And this is what physically exercising helps do. How should I say? You're learning how to train yourself to go about doing the right things, because no one can go against the fact that some may not like, even most may not like to exercise, but the results, they love the results, right? So same thing. You may not want to practice and learn these laws, statutes, and commandments, but it's life. And the Most High looks after you, right? You like that feeling. Don't be a hypocrite about it. Luke 22:25. And it reads, it's Yahweh Shah speaking. Listen up. And he said unto them, the kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and they that exercise authority upon them are called benefactors. Now let's look that word up, benefactors, along with exercise again. Okay, let's see. Let's get benefactors first.
Strong's G 2110. Euergetes. Euergetes.
Euergetes. Euergetes. A title of honor conferred on such as had done their country service, and upon princes equivalent to Soter, Pater, Patari. I don't know exactly what the Soter, Patari is. Let me see. Let me look that up real quick. And this is part of exercising. You're exercising your mind for more knowledge. So again, I've never seen this word, Soter, Pater, Patari. So in order to get an understanding of that text of the scripture that I'm reading, I have to look this word up to find out what is exactly saying. Wow, it says softer. Hold up. Oh boy, hold on. Soter, Pater, Patari. So let's get the understanding of that. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to spell it right here. RIAE. Okay, so let's get the understanding of what that means. Father of the country. It's in Latin. This is why it's important, from what the elder apostles always let us tell us. You need to learn Greek, Latin, and Paleo-Hebrew. Not that you have to speak it fluent and be a scholar, but you need to understand certain things, to understand certain words. That way you understand the scriptures better. So it means father of the country. That's what a benefactor is. A title of honor conferred on such as had done their country service. So you're father of the country. In so many ways, I'm adding this, you're protector of your country because you've done service. You're a benefactor, beneficiary. Okay, all right. And now let's get the understanding of exercise again. Because it says lordship. To be lord of, to rule, have dominion over, of things and forces, to exercise influence upon, to have power over. Okay. Let's get Acts. Acts 24 and 16. And it reads, And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense toward the Most High and toward men. So when we go to the NLT for it, it says, because of this, I always try to maintain a clear conscience before the Most High and all men. To have a clear conscience is to be in the spirit as well, because nothing's interfering and you're moving by the spirit. And that's also something that you're learning through exercises. You're practicing how to be in the spirit more versus being carnal or being in your emotions. That's important, because Jake get emotional. And this doesn't necessarily mean that when you get emotional that you're angry. Sometimes you're offended, and now you're on an offense of protecting yourself. So these types of things that is you have to learn about, and you have to apply them. I can't say that enough. Applying. You have to apply things, man. What you learn, you have to apply. Last scripture I got, 1 Timothy 4 and 7, and it reads, do not waste time arguing over godless ideas and old wives' tales. Instead, train yourself to be godly. Physical training is good, but training for godliness is much better, promising benefits in this life and in the life to come. That's it right there. Really, that's all I wanted to read. And all I needed to read was that scripture right there. Abba Rock, this how you edify with the lesson. I'm going to say, Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash, the water Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, for doing this lesson. Shalom and salutations again, and double honors to the elder apostle, Great Millstone, who I also continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom again to the elect, the water, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai. Shalom.